Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that we received. Let us thank one of our admin who helped us with this translation. The translation reads like this. Please post my confession. I am a 32-year-old South African woman. I am a twerk queen. I do have an account on TikTok, and I usually post, but no longer posting as much as I used to on Instagram. I have my videos that are on Twitter. I don't know who posted those videos. Usually I do not show my face, but I only show my face like in private. But when it comes to Strip Chat, there is a website that is called Strip Chat. That one, no matter what, you have to show your face so that when the guys will be watching you sometimes masturbate, doing yourself, they need to see your reaction as well. So I want to confess that it is not all that you see online that is as good as you think it is. It is not everyone that is a social media person is living a good life. Some of them, they might be suffering, but they will never tell you that they are suffering. Because I was so broke, so much that I did not even have money for data to even go on TikTok. I had to sleep with a dog for 1,000 rand. There was this other blesser that I once dated. He used to give me a lot of money, but now he is dating another woman. So when I contacted him and I told him that I was in need for money, was he willing to hook up with me? He said, okay, but you will sleep with my dog, because I cheated on him with one of his best friends. I said, it is fine, just do an Uber for me. He did an Uber for me, and then I went to his place. I thought that maybe he was joking. I said, but why are you so heartless? And he was like, when you were sleeping with my best friend, opening up your legs to him, was that not cruelty? Well, you will sleep with my dog. So he offered me only 1,000 rand, and I also went so broke, so much that I slept with 10 Nigerian guys in one night, all of them all at once, like I was dead broke. I still remember at that time. And there is another guy that I once dated, as him, who keeps a snake in the boot of his car. So I usually go by the name Queen Twerk SA, and my videos, they are on TikTok of me twerking, but you won't see my face on TikTok and Instagram. And then on Strip Chat, I have built a following of men, but I do not call myself that like they who worship me. Women also, they like me, those that are lesbians. Some of them, they have sent some messages on my DM, like whenever I feel like I need to relieve myself, I use your videos pretending that I am with you, like I'm really beautiful, blessed with a beautiful body. So I started to do this. It was in the year 2019. I had lost my job as a receptionist. I was behind on rent. My fridge was empty, and all that I had in my fridge was just a small lunchbox that was full of carrots. I had no other qualifications, no savings, no rich boyfriend to bail me out. All that I had, I remember, was my beautiful body. A friend of mine told me that it was quite easy to make money by twerking online. She said guys will pay me just to watch. I laughed at first, but when she showed me the money that she was earning from Strip Chat, 10,000 a week, I stopped laughing. I then started posting my videos on TikTok, a slow, seductive dance to a trending, at that time, Amapiano song. The views kept on exploding. Men flooded my DMs saying that they wanted to taste me. Men asking me if, like, I do whine my waist when a man is on top of me, like the way that I dance on those videos. Some of them I started to beg for data. Some they started to send me money, even just to speak with you on WhatsApp. I will tell a man that you need to show me that you can take care of me. E-wallets, they were popping from everywhere. It felt like I had found a gold mine. Then there was one man who offered me money to twerk for him privately on a video call. I hesitated, but I was so broke, so I did it. That 1,000 came so easily. I started doing it regularly. I then opened a Strip Chat account. Men were just paying to watch me dance, to whisper dirty things, to masturbate myself. They would beg for more and more. One day, there was a guy who was a foreigner who offered me money as well, and I went and I had a private show with him. That was when things started to go so bad, when I returned back to my blesser, and I told him that like I was broke, I did not know what else was I supposed to do. I went to a small apartment, one of his apartments that is in Santon. The man, what worries me is that he recorded everything. I begged him not to reveal my face. I hope that he did not shoot the video showing my face. And when it was over, I took the money and I hated him. I told him that I showered 3 times, but still I felt dirty. And I told myself that I will never go low again. I was wrong. Then I had 10 Nigerians in one night, and I was desperate because when I went to sleep with that dog, 1,000 it is nothing. When you have debts and your landlord is threatening to throw you out, that was when I met this other Nigerian guy. He had found me on Instagram and he invited me to a club in Rivonia. He promised me money, fun and drinks. He said will be on me. When I got there, I saw him. He was sitting in the VIP sections with a group of men that were Nigerians that were as loud as F. He handed me a drink and whispered to me that he wanted to give me money, 10K, if you can make me happy. Wow, 10K. And when I got excited, he said, but we need to understand each other. You see, this 10K, it's a lot of money, and I cannot give you this 10K just to sleep with you only once. Are you able to handle me this? He said, as he was holding like his manhood, even though he was still wearing his trousers, and he said, can you make me and my friends happy tonight? I knew what he meant. He wanted us to have, I don't know what they call it, a threesome, foursome, tensome, whatever. I knew what he meant. I had never slept with many men all at once in one night. I was drunk, I was broke, and 10K was going to settle like my bills in an instant. For someone like me, I agreed. That night, Brother Nashi, I slept with those men. I convinced myself that the money was going to sort out all of my problems, but still I felt so dirty afterwards. These men, as they were exchanging me, not using any protection. After that time, I then told myself that I needed a single guy, a man that would take good care of me. I spoke with one of my other friend who is also there on Strip Chat. She does not care. That one, hey, she is someone who has the nerves of steel. She told me that she once slept with a man that had a big wound on his stomach, and that man has a bandage wrapped around that wound 24/7. And the man told him that the wound will never heal because he is a ritualist. When I told her that things were not going according to plan, that was when he hooked me up with a guy from Zim whom she said has real money. I had never met him before. We met and he gave me a stack of cash. He spoiled me and he bought clothes for me, paid my rent, and took me to an expensive hotel. At first, I thought that I had finally won. I thought that I had found a rich man. He then told me to bend down on the bed whilst I was naked. I was only wearing a G-string, and he said that he was going to the parking lot. He will be back. When he came back, he was holding a bag, and out of that bag, he took out a black snake. I screamed, and he said, no, do not worry. This is my spirit brother, and this is what gives me wealth. He made me to bend down as if we wanted to do dogging. He was also naked. He came behind me. He did not insert his manhood inside of my private part. He was just playing around with it, hitting me with it, and he let that snake on my back. That was the most scariest thing that I had ever felt. A snake is cold. I don't know how I can explain it to you, the way that the snake feels so cold when it is moving around on your skin. It is scaly, rough, and cold. He made it to move around my back, on my buttocks, as he was playing with me. And then he said, "It is done, babe. You have made some money for daddy. I'm going to give you some as well." He returned that snake into his bag and went back to the parking lot. He came back and he told me that his wife was calling him, and he gave me some money. On that night, it was so difficult for me to fall asleep. Why am I even confessing? Like, there are a lot of girls that I have seen that are now involved in these things of twerking. Some of them, they regularly show off their faces. And if you see a girl twerking online, what she is looking for is for men that can give her money. And I know that this is what I also wanted when I started to post these twerking videos, even though I claimed as if I am someone that does not do that. It is just prostitution, nothing else. I just want other people to know that this life, it is not worth it. You can have 1,000 men following you, giving you money, but it is not worth it. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our sister. Right there, strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Let us talk about this issue in the comment section.